There is a gentleman, a name of a gentleman, since the beginning his name is Pontius Pilate. He was the Roman governor. That's his name. His name is Pontius. The spelling is written in my mobile. Pontius, and the document as well here. Pontius Pilate. So when I used to read about him in 2006 and 2005, I remember me and my brother at that time. I remember we used to call him Pilate. Pilate. So when I say Pilate, I mean Pontius Pilate. Okay, my English was worse than now, or less efficient than now. So his name is Pontius Pilate. We used to call him Pontus Pilate. Pilate, airplane. Now this gentleman, this is behind the persecution of the word of God sent to humanity. For you to understand, now in this, so that this video wouldn't be deleted, it's a complaint about the white race, because the white race is behind a lot of problems. I see that the white European authentic is considered racist. The history of Europe is a racist history, yes. Is a racist history, and they even use other races to implement racism against others. Mainly. Now, legitimacy. The issue here is legitimacy. I can say that 20% accept racism, and maybe more, believe, but just say 20 at the maximum. Let's be nice. Accept that the white should be above the other races. Elite, normal, public, low life, trash. I can go to other races, but now I'm going to talk about the white and the West. Why? Because they are interfering and causing problem. You understand me? And why I'm uploading this video? Because I read a news about this thing called. And I have the right to call her these things. You have no right to say it about me. Lujena al-Hadlul. Got nothing to do with the Ishmaeli, got nothing to do with the Qahtani, and definitely not an Israelite. She's born there in Jeddah. She's from there. No, John the Jihadist, is he born here in England? Well, she's a million times worse. John the Jihadist. Always look, find it in the YouTube. I don't know why you're complaining from John the Jihadist. I don't know why, if you're doing this. I understand. It's hard for the racists to recognize what I'm trying to say. I don't care if 90% of the human population is racist. And they hate each other, there is problem and there is wars, but they are satanic slave, and the Satan is imposing racism in their mind, and they are acting based on racism, and they don't know it. This is a different story. Let's say, example, of course they are maybe 40 or 50 or 60, because others are working racist methods, and they believe that they have the right by the devil, who they consider God. I gave example already. I'm not lying, I'm saying the truth. Yeah, I'm saying the truth. Please allow me to speak. Don't delete this video. It's a therapy for myself. It's a therapy. It's good to upload videos rather than... Regardless. 20%, I assure you, maximum. They feel that the white are superior to other races. We can study from the Industrial Revolution that happened here in England, and after, and things even to do before. And this make us understand why Nazism took place. And now this is not the Nazism movement. I'm talking about the social party. I'm talking about the racism and Irish. My case here is about the 20% believe definitely that their race is superior to the other races. Now this is 20%. Definitely 20% are absolutely innocent. I'm trying to give them 20% of the white people. This is from me, but let's hope that it's fact, because it might be worse, the percentage. Let's say maximum 20 believe that the white are above the other races and they're racist, and they found they have the right to look down to other races. 20% are absolutely innocent. You can find doctors, politics, church monks, whatever, who are 20%, who are definitely innocent and nice, and teachers, schools, and the public, even the lower levels, they believe that humans are equal. They believe they are wonderful. Okay, this is 40. What about the other 60? The other 60 share something like many others in China, many others in Iran, many others in Africa. They share this. Russia as well. What do they share? They are racist. And their judgment is a racist judgment. And their point of view and how they look into things and how they act and choose is based on racism. But they don't know it because they are ignorant. Understand me? Do I make sense? 20% believe that the other races among the white. We can go to other races. I'm not gonna focus on white. 20% definitely maximum, let's say. Look at other races. Like me, for example. Look at me. They consider a person like me who is definitely above their whole race. But regard, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say this. I shouldn't, and I take it back. All human are equal. They look at as a lower than them. Understand? Like, for example, if I said, why in England the number of gays is increasing? Why the British is it British that they want to be fucked in the ass? The number is increasing. I mean, I went. Please don't delete the video. In the metro, last year the gays are bigger. No, don't talk about the asylum seekers. No, it's not true. 2016, the number of gays is blah 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 blah. 2017, the number of gays is more. Maybe because you have a woman figure, a queen, have something to do with this. Someone will scream right now, it's not your business. It's not your business. The number of gays, because she's a woman. Fine. This have nothing to do with Christianity. This is crucifixion, crucified. Yeah. This is not your business. Fine, if it's not my business, why there is a princess putting her nose when it's come to Legionnaire Hadlor? Why the European are interfering for the non-reasonable reasons? This is what you're doing, I mean. We can't just go to Iraq. It's not like medieval time. We need a political reason. Rubbish. You did what you did. No, this is not the case. I return back and I talk and I explain the following. Please don't delete this video. I don't know. 60% definitely they are racist, but they don't understand it. They for example, among those 60 and other races as well, they look at Tariq and he have no right. He shouldn't criticize the regime. He shouldn't say this. You're living in medieval times. Why women just drive in 2006? Why Daesh is Sunni then? You understand me? This all create racism. Because the result of it is persecution to a group. Who's behind it? What's really behind it? The devil. How the devil have managed to take all of those to create unjust ignorance. Made them accept the lie. And the lie is a method of those who have greed. And the greed, it's a sin at the end. Now regardless. This is not the topic. Please don't delete the video. This guy, Pilot. See, I my memory is not like before. Pontius Pilate, the governor of the Roman, Pontius Pilate. He was a governor in the Holy Land. Now they are. Do you remember Madonna? Black Madonnas. I was gonna say. I think I'm gonna Black Madonnas. I was gonna say something, but these tattoos about the mother and a child and things, because there is also prophecies about the Messiah. But regardless, it have something to do with Rome. Now, this is another topic. I'm not gonna talk about this Black Madonna tattoos even before the Messiah. I've talked about. I'm gonna say this governor do not belong to the Holy Land, so it's occupied. The Holy Land was occupied, and there was some terrorist resistance. Worse than Daesh, among the real Israelis who were Jew, to resist the Roman pagan. Killing them, beheading them. They want to kick the Roman away. And among the real Israelis, there is dirty, bad folks who accepted changing the faith. And this was the final stage of making the Israelite favored. Yes, among them good people, when they have even received that they shouldn't call him by Yahweh, and the Messiah is just gonna be soon there. Among them, the Israelite resistance movement. Okay, now this conscious Billet, let's call him this Bontortius Billet. Why he's in the Holy Land? Because it's governing them, because it's an occupation. Like Netanyahu, for example. Netanyahu is like Billet right now. You think I'm joking? Do you think this Bontortius Billet is go to and ask any so-called Christian, he will say he's the one who killed Jesus, killed the Messiah, the Son of Virgin Mary. Netanyahu is killing the real Christian. I'm not talking about the Crusaders. No, I'm talking about the Muslims. But you cannot say it this way. You look at the history. Pontius Pilate killed the Messiah, and he's a son of a Jewish woman. Yeah, Jewish carpenter. His Joseph, the one who stepfather, and the Roman did this to them. Yeah, and he was persecuting even after. And Muslims came and took this. Muslims came and took the Holy Land. See? Now this person is from Europe. Netanyahu is from Europe. Their race is absolutely not an Israelite. And they have nothing to do with the Word of God. Now, it was a stage. Like the stage before Muhammad. Exactly like the stage before the Messiah. The ground of excuse. Iqamat al-Hujjah is there. This is the fact. This is the truth. This is your path, either to heaven and hellfire. Understanding this, you... Now, this is important. Netanyahu is a representative. He's a governor working for the West. The West is behind invading and occupying the Holy Land. You can go to that century. They have nothing to do with the Messiah. Absolutely. Now this, I don't need to go to deep detail. I hope they won't delete this video. And the Israelis, from the first place, let's go, that they have, I don't want to say that they are originally, the Phoenicians. Judea shouldn't even mention them. And these people are even Gentile, not Israelis. And they're bringing a lot of lies. Do you understand the point? Why Muhammad is a messenger? Here you can see. Why, after 3 centuries, Constantine came and he said, let's mix all trash of the devil from Rome and mix it with what we consider so-called Christianity, accepted by some leaders, that it would be 25th, Father Christmas, Noel. They say it was after Baba Noel and things, but still the date itself. Sunday. Let's choose Sunday, everyone. With the cross. Use the cross. Everyone, let's use the cross. Son, Father, the Son. Always the emperor is a son of the gods. Now, the Son of God died, and he died for our salvation. Destroy the Judean faith now will be destroyed because the sacrifice is there. Before Constantine, the Israelite must be. So the Mercedians are not Israelis. The Mercedians in a group at that region are descended from the slaves that were captives before even the Messiah by the Roman, and dealt with it in a terrible way. They mixed with the Europeans. Like the Khazars, like the Ashkenazis, they got nothing to do with the Israelis. They were fine before Constantine. They were Jew-Romanian. Give the Caesar his money, give the Caesar whatever, and he will accept it. But after Constantine, no. He came and he was the sacrifice. And these people do not deny accepting him. This is not matter. But see, all of those people who are empowering this sin and lie and the darkness are in hellfire. You can imagine that. What is the result of what? Where are they? Where will they be? And if you're a real Israeli and still calling yourself a Jew, this is worse crime, worse. So you're not a Gentile. Where will they go? Golda Meir, where will they go? All of those people who have something to do with establishing and supporting the so-called Israeli state. Definitely the white are behind this. The white are behind this racism. The so-called Israeli state comes with a lot. Look at invasion of the Iraq. Empowering the so-called Shiite, Persians. I'm going to give you another example. I think I gave a lot, and I'll give you another example about the racism that is coming from the white. Eastern Turkmenistan, because the Khilafah is finished, Islam is being weak. Eastern Turkmenistan, for certain change within the environment, of course, now they are persecuted. It's worse than genocide and worse than persecution. What the Eastern Europe, Turkmenistanis are, the Uyghurs are dealing with. And the government in China gives support to the Myanmars and at the same time persecute the Tibet. This is another topic. The Chinese right now, after 11 September, the inside job, and after the Islamic nation is Islamic, means submission to God, the people of the word of God, the people of Islam, submission to God, the people who are practicing what God wants them to do, exactly, Muhammad until the return of the Messiah, okay? Exactly, within this era, within this divine plan. What's happening to them? They are attacked by the Chinese. They used to had their own self-government, حكم ذاتي. Right now, no, they have no self-government. Why? Because this new president, after George Bush and the economy boom to cover up, sending the troops and make people keep their mouth. And things happened, and I'm not going to go and talk about this. They took it. It suit the West. It is a result of what the West did. Take Eastern Turkmenistan. We want to divide this nation more. Who is saying Jerusalem, Al-Qudus, the sacred, is not for you, you Yahudian. And you are not Israelis. Who? The so-called Hindus? No. Maudi is fine. He's a big supporter to the Israeli state. I wonder why Muslim have all of this country. And Muslim just doesn't want the Jews to have their own state. They can have as much state they want, the Jews, but not in our land. India can give them anything. Fine. Give them. Yeah. Not in our land. They are not Israelite. So if I want... imagine if I call myself a Catholic right now. I'll call myself a Catholic. And my Catholicism have nothing to do with the Pope. It's different, it's strange Catholicism. Do I have the right to occupy Rome and say, I'm Catholic. I want this place. I want this area. No, they will say, no, you are not. You want to do your own Catholicism? Go to the Ishmaelian territory. Even here in England. Why you're here? Okay, you're an asylum seeker. There is a line. Don't do it. Try to change. I'm just giving an example. Don't try to attack Buckingham, for example, or the House of Parliament. Go there and ask them to give you an ID or a permit to work or whatever. Don't do this, please. Show us respect. They will deal with force. You want to be a Protestant? Yeah, I am a Protestant and I want to occupy England and change it the way. No, your Protestant have nothing to do with the reality of Protestant. Because you don't care about Henry VIII and Stroke. What he did. No, I don't care. I use the word Henry VIII and bring my own law. And I call it Protestant. They will say, okay, you can do this in your country. Even in our country, they are interfering with religion. Right, by doing things like that in Gulf states. And they are causing a lot of pain. Do you understand me? Now, who is basically behind the persecution that the Eastern Turkmenistanis are facing? Is it the Chinese? The Chinese is killing, genocide, torturing, doing a lot of crimes. But who's behind it? Who's behind it? I'm not going to go to the cross and things like that. So, cross of the devil, the Antichrist. That's it. And you can imagine that there's going... Who? The white. Russia and the West have a big response. They are behind making China the way it is right now. The Han dynasties. The Han dynasty do not belong to Eastern Turkmenistan. And they start pushing people to stay there and steal the oil. And subhanallah, Allah is putting, regardless. I'm not going to talk about religion. Japan in 1944 was more powerful than China and more powerful than India. Look right now. Look! It's China right now 10 times more powerful than Japan. The Russian came and fought against the Japanese after World War II because they were an ally. Remember? Germany, Japan, and they did this. America as well, and the communist and the capitalist start trying to ask China to balance, and the Chinese balance. They used to have their there is a masjid that lived for centuries, almost a millennium and maybe more. They destroyed it because it suited the racist, and some of them are atheists. It's exactly. Do you see the problem? So do you see if you're calling yourself a Christian or calling yourself a Jew, do you see where you belong? No, where you belong. Do you see hellfire? Yeah. If you're an atheist, do you see that you are a terrible creature? I'm not going to say cockroach. You can't say it. No. This is racism. I understand. My video is about the legitimacy. Is it legitimate for China to do what they're doing? No. Is it legitimate to those Ashkenazis to do, not the anti-Zionist Jew, Netanyahu, to do what they are doing in the Holy Land? No. Are they allowed to do what they are doing the American and Iraq and whatever? No. Are they the so-called Shia? Do they have the right to lie and bring lies about the Ishmaelians? No. So no legitimacy. For me, when it's come to me, Tariq, I'm talking about myself. I'm not going to do anything. Just please allow me to upload these videos, okay? I'm trying to bring some ground of excuse. The only thing, it sounds like a therapy, the only thing that I can the only thing I'm doing is to pray. Just to pray. Okay? The only thing, this is the Qibla. I'm definite. There is no place. I'm not. Maybe this one. Anyway. God said, declaration, Kaaba, that will be the first Qibla, and do your unity, and remember there will be a judgment day. There will be heaven. It's a personal case with an alignment of understanding the facts about Ishmaelians, and it's a personal case, not the personal Ishmaelian rights as well. Yeah, and unjust, but it's a personal case with understanding the facts about Ishmaelians, land and everything. It's a personal case with an alignment of understanding Islam. Okay, the only thing that I can do is to pray. You can call it curse, you can call it seeking revenge. The only thing I can do is to pray, because apparently so many in this world do not deserve to be called human, because a human shouldn't be racist, especially to such low level of racism and to such low level of ignorance. Then you're not a human being. Causing all of this pain without any. So all what I have is to did I make myself clear? Is it easy what I'm trying to say about consciousness? To telling you how the, and I have said it in the deleted. I'm not talking about all white. Among the white are wonderful people. The black, you can see how Africa right now, they are killing each other. The rape statistic is increasing. People are just running away from Africa. I understand the corruption and things, but among the African are wonderful people. China, there is people who are screaming, who had the guts of the communists. They said, I don't care, I want chaos. I want China to be divided. I don't care because the Chinese communists are bad, angry. They are wonderful people. And they are tired with this bad government. And there is a lot of those Han who come and explain about their brothers and sisters in humanity, the Eastern Turkmenistans, and how they are facing a lot of, though they are atheists. Even among the, I understand, definitely. But there is the white, wonderful people among them, lovely people. I'm just explaining to you. Who is causing Daesh, who is lying about Muhammad, who is saying they should remain in Arab and Venezuela and do their circle about Kaaba. No, you should remain in remain in Europe and remain in Eastern Europe, the resource, they tell me. There, and you leave the Holy Land to the natives of the Holy Land, okay? And among them real Israelis, okay? You go back, خشخيش بخشوش نشخيش يا مفشوخ. And you shouldn't help Sykes-Picot, help in giving Eastern Turkmenistan to China, okay? And help in saying self-government. Who empowered you? No, you behind. No, you understand. There is a lot of criminals. The so-called Shiite, before someone said the so-called Shiite used to be recognized by us as a peaceful people. So-called Shiite in Iraq, someone said, if my son, this is what he used to say. He said it to me. Remember this. He said before, I don't know how to say it. That he said he used to try to. The so-called, I'm not going to say it because I might delete it. Now, look what they're doing. Can anyone imagine at the 80s that they will behead children and rape this way and do? Who is changing towards the region? There is bad criminals, I agree. In the Egyptian jails, they are executing in a terrible way and torturing people in a terrible way. Who's behind this? So they shouldn't say, why Hamas, they are sending rocket, Shaman Borez. Why they fire rockets? And you come and say, yes, they are terrorists. They don't want peace. Israel is a peaceful country. Those in Gaza, they fire rockets. No, you shouldn't say this. Why you Shaman Borez are stealing other people? You're Ashkenazi. You have nothing to do with the Holy Land. You are definitely not an Israeli. You should be calling yourself a Jew, and you have nothing to do with even a Jew there before Yehudian, even which is bringing anger. No, you have a different cult, gypsy way of Judea. Please don't delete this video. I have nothing to do. I mean, did you read the Torah? Did you read the Talmud? Someone would say, no, he is our Messiah. No, your Messiah, the Son of Virgin Mary, Jesus, you call him. Do you accept that those people are the Jews? And they have the right, some of them, yes. They have the right to be Jews. Do you accept that this Torah is from God? He's saying yes. So you relate this Torah to the God who sent what you consider Messiah as a salvation. And they will say yes. Then this is the Antichrist, because this is corrupted. This is a filthy corruption. I talk a lot. It's a therapy. Yeah. Because I pray, I ask God the destruction of those who fucked my life. I'm sorry, I shouldn't use it while I'm saying this. And He will grant me this. Oh yeah. You know what? Because I am whom I am. Thank you very much. Please. 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 Don't delete this video. Let me remind you of the name. Botonshas. I'm not going to talk about religion or shit. She deserves. Put it in the comments so that you wouldn't delete my videos. Bontoshas. Bellet. Like Bremer. Something like Bremer. Something like Netanyahu. Where is he, this Bontoshas? Definitely he was a big enemy to the Messiah. Bontoshas Bellet. A big enemy to the Messiah and a big enemy to those who believe that he's the Messiah, the Son of Virgin Mary. And among them those who were in resistance. Where is he? Bontoshas Bellet now. Paradise? No. He made a big mistake. I don't want to even talk. I mean, hellfire. We just say hellfire, hellfire. اللهم لا تحملنا اسمك هذا. Netanyahu, Bremer. No, they are worse. Definitely. Wallah, after 14th century, they are worse. Please don't believe me.